So what's poppin' peons? It is your girl Sunshine, aka Justria, and I am back with another video, baby. Y'all, okay, so if y'all know where that intro comes from, that comes from T Pendel. He's like, and I'm back from another video, baby. And lately his content has been the same. I'm kind of disappointed. I really thought he would grow as an artist, like into like more shit. And I like tried to listen to his podcast. I ain't gonna hold you. It just ain't giving what it gives. But y'all know T Pendel is one of my favorites. But if y'all like skits and shit like that a lot, I just think skits aren't interesting to me anymore. I feel like I've outgrown that phase. So like if you like skits and shit like that, like my girl be like and shit like that, T Pendel is your guy. And that is a shameless plug, bitch. Alright, so you guys Alright, so you guys, I am about to start the Sunshine's Bakery. And if you're new here and you do not know what Sunshine's Bakery is, it is basically where we get litty on the camera, aka turned up, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know what the fuck y'all saying these days. I'm not in the streets like that no more, am I? But let me quit playing with y'all. So yeah, we get baked. Well, I get baked, or we sit back and we sip on our auntie juice, our fine wine, our Hennessy, and our Coke. Well, bitch, whatever your vice is, get to vicing, okay? To relax, and we sit here and we talk our shit. So today, you guys, I want to talk about healthy competition. Yeah, because let's talk about it, okay? I want to talk about healthy competition, and I'm probably gonna go talk about some other shit down the line. But y'all, okay. But before we even get in there, we have to take a pull together. We talk together over here. So yeah. Is that? Yeah, I know it's so crazy. I never charge none of my shit up, and then when I need it, I'm like, I don't know why nothing's working. It is not quite, and the whole entire time, shit's just not charged up. It's just not charged up. Like, not even a smidge, but not even a little bit, y'all. So, like, sometimes I just literally sit back and I'm just like, nothing's charged. Yeah, so I have a whole, like, a little, like, so yeah, I'm like a big kid at heart. So, supposed to be talking together, all right? So, y'all ready? We cool. We good, okay? Because let me get into it. Another inhale and exhale, and then we're gonna go to my point about how I'm a big ass child at heart, okay? So y'all, so I have so many items in my room. I have a Google, I have Siri, I have all this other shit. Yeah, I literally went out there about a couple of years ago, before I even had this shit, and I bought an alarm. My batteries were dead and my alarm fucking stopped working, and I was just like, why is my alarm not on? I realized I needed to buy new batteries, and after replacing them, mind you, because this how we got to the topic of healthy competition. Because when I used to work at this other job, they used to have like competition, right? And so the best at whatever it was, we could like get little shit, right? And I won 2 Google Homes and some other shit for being the motherfucking best at my motherfucking job. If I tell y'all what I use that for, it is not my alarm. And it always offers like, so you know you can use me as an alarm. To set an alarm, all you have to do is do X, Y, and Z. And I think I used it one time for work, and then I turned it off completely, and I went back to my old alarm because, mind you, I'm a child at fucking heart. So, yeah. But today's topic is going to be about healthy competition and other shit. But mostly healthy competition. So, y'all, I realized I'm a competitive little fuck, okay? Whatever I do, I like to be the very best at it. Not everything, but just the shit that, like, really matters to me, okay? Y'all, your girl went from top 73% to top 38 on OnlyFans, bitch. I'm putting in the motherfucking work, ho. Suck my dick. Okay, but truly deep in my heart, I genuinely want to be in the top 1%. Okay, so there is this sense of healthy competition, and I feel like there's a difference between healthy competition and unhealthy competition. And these are just my opinions. Everyone has them. They're like assholes. This one I may be wrong or right about, but I think you should go and you should like balance them out for yourself. So for me, I think that healthy competition is competition that makes you do your best, not because you're competing with the other person. Like, I know, I didn't like, bitch, competition is competing with the other person. But like, example, when I won my Google, I only won it because I was the fastest packer at my job. And on top of that, bitch, when it came down to a line, bitch, I had production like this. So, bitch, I used to be able to pack a box in 10 seconds. Didn't matter what it was. Whether it was like 80 pounds, yeah, I think my greatest accomplishment at my old job was the fact that I had packed out I had came close to beating the record. So the record for boxes that were like packed out per hour, like for the whole entire shift, an hour, you had to pack out over 200 boxes. And I know you're like, shorty, da 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 da. The rate that we had to get at was like 80 boxes per hour or 80 items per hour, but your girl, I did it by boxes, right? Because they show you how many items you pack out versus how many boxes you used to pack out. So all in all, if you did 80, then you probably pushed out like 40 to 60 boxes per hour. And depending on what you were packing, it was like easy because you'd be like, shh. So let's just say your girl, the goal you had to like pack out a little bit over 200 per hour. So people are like, oh my gosh, that's impossible. Can't nobody do it. Bitch, I packed 200 and some shit per hour for the whole entire night. And I was like 60 away from coming close to doing it. I just really like wanted my jersey up there for bitches to fucking sign. Okay, ho? Like, that's how competitive I am. And I know you're like, but that's not really. I was competing for myself, okay? Because I wanted my jersey up there, okay? I wasn't competing with nobody else. And let me tell you something right now. And I can tell you how I know that I was in healthy competition, because everything I do, I give 110%. So if I do it, I'm giving 110%. Just period. It's giving 110%. So once I gave 110%, after I gave 110% or whatever, I was already out packing bitches. So like if I genuinely didn't have healthy competition in me, I would just probably bully the OGs that was there that was older than me. Like, y'all bitches been here, y'all can't pack for real. Come on, shorty. And I know you're like, bitches don't really care, y'all. We used to bullshit because sometimes we have a lot of work to do and sometimes we have a little bit. And the faster you get shit done, bitch, the faster you go home. And a bitch wasn't trying to be there for 10 hours. And bitch, the niggas with me weren't trying to be there for 10 hours. We used to get... I can't really tell what we used to do, but I think there's a difference between healthy and I think there's a difference between healthy and unhealthy competition. I think unhealthy competition pushes you past your point and you can't accept defeat. Like, unhealthy competition is like, you know what? Bitch bested me today. And I ain't gonna hold you. I've been bested a few motherfucking times, so. And that shit, mi corazon, bitch, my heart, ho. So healthy competition, like, bitch, you bested me today. Good job for you. Unhealthy competition, like, these bitches ain't gonna never best me, and you go out there and you just overcompensate. So before you go out there trying to overcompensate just to be the best at something, take a chill pill, breathe, bitch, and honestly realize, like, once you start doing it for other people, bitch, it's out of what you call it, bitch. It's already an unhealthy category, bitch. But if you competing for yourself, like, bitch, I want to see if I can do this shit and, like, really be the best at some shit, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be up there with the best of the best. Like, I'm doing this for me, ho. Like, because this is a standard that I have. Then that's different. Quite frankly, I don't want to talk about healthy competition anymore. Because, quite frankly, bitch, I'm going to get competitive right now, ho. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Take two. Okay, so y'all, Okay, so y'all, I dead ass have been so y'all, I started this new segment on my channel called Movie Madness Monday. I don't know if it's dropped yet when I drop this, but bitch, we're starting a new segment because your girl likes movies. Crazy part is every time I try to cut the promo for it, I cannot. Yeah, I was like, we're doing Movie Madness Monday, and then my promo turned into like a small movie. I was like, fuck me up the ass. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay, y'all. So I'm just like, fuck me up the ass, right? So I'm laughing because I know how my promo came out, and I sent it to So let me tell you something. I'm dating. I have a whole nigga out here in these streets. Okay, your girl is taken. Okay, but if you want to be my lover, let me stop. Babe, I'm just joking. These are jokes. These are jokes. Please, y'all. These are jokes. Okay, so really quick. Side note, really quick sidebar from me being in a relationship. I'm not as social as y'all think I am. So my circle is about this small, tight, like a booty hole, like a virgin's booty hole. Ain't never been touched. Ain't shit coming out there but shit. Okay, my circle's so tight that I don't consider everybody to be a friend's aunt. And I thought I was social because my personality type is the ambivert. So I'm like an introverted extrovert and an extroverted introvert. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm an introverted extrovert, which means that I could be either both. Like I could be in a social environment and strive. That word did not want to come out. I could be in a social environment and strive, and I could also be in a non-social environment and strive. Hence ambivert. So there are days where I balance between and you know what I'm saying, but it's the balancing act, bitch. It's hard some days. It's hard. I'm not gonna hold you, but I realized I wasn't as social as I thought I was when I got invited out, and I asked who I was gonna be there, and once they said more than 3 people, I was like, not for me, big dog. Because y'all don't understand. So the place we went to, I can't really tell y'all because this is my personal life. Anyways, I'm taken. I have a man, and I sent one of my videos to my boo thing. And let me tell you something. My man laughed so hard in my bloopers, it made me not want to post them. So let me tell you something. Dating someone who's like this to you and knows you like the back of your hand. So I sent him my bloopers, right? And he's like, he goes, you're fucking retarded. You know that? And I'm just like, I know. And he goes, you have an evil villain laugh. And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't think I have an evil villain laugh. And then he goes, okay. So I sent him like the promo for Movie Madness Monday. I didn't send him the videos, the actual videos for Movie Madness Monday, because he goes, I just want to see your promos. You don't have to tell me everything I want to be. My boyfriend is my biggest fan, which sucks because sometimes I really want him to critique my work, and he's like, I'm a fan too, and I have to be supportive. And I'm just like, we live for this. But I'm like, bitch, critique my motherfucking work, ho. My man, when I say y'all, I literally, like, the only work he critiques is my OnlyFans work, and he tells me like he only critiques my promos and my OnlyFans work. So I remember I was like, hey babe, this is what I recorded, this is what I did for OnlyFans. He'll be like, I don't like that. He like, try it again, and it pisses me off so much because the nigga be talking big shit. So the nigga sit there and be like, I don't need your OnlyFans. So I'll see him in content, and he goes, that's lazy. I know you can do a better job than that. Is this your best work? And I'm like, fuck you. And then he goes, no, you need to get fucked better than this. And I'm like, y'all, my man dissed my promo so bad, y'all. I literally looked and I was like, you know what? You right, it is trash. And I realized I can't cut promos. But bitch, if I could cut promos for Movie Madness Monday, y'all hoes would be fucking spectacular. Because I be giving away too much shit. I be giving away too much information, y'all. I be giving out information like I'm a teacher still, and I be having to forget to tell myself, bitch, you're not teaching a class. They get it. Just say it once and be done. And I'm just like, no, sometimes you have to drill the point in sometimes. Bitch, it was hard, okay? And speaking of teaching, I miss being a teacher sometimes. But then I remember and I think to myself, no, I don't. So yeah, I used to be a teacher for those of y'all who did not know, and I ran a daycare. I was the director of a daycare for like 6 months before I decided to do a different career path that did not involve children or teaching. First of all, to get certified every year, let me tell you something. People give teachers a hard fucking time, and this is why, as much as I love teaching, I will never go back to being a teacher in no capacity. First and foremost, the new teachers now have to be gun trained, all this I was watching the news, and the news talking about some they gotta do metal bitch, what the fuck you mean I gotta walk through a metal detector? You're tripping, baby. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Like, it's not giving what it's supposed to give. And they're like, oh, teacher didn't move fast enough in the school shooting. Bitch, school shooting, y'all already had 18. Y'all worried about the wrong things, baby. Y'all talking about some ban the drag queens, bitch, ban the school shooters, ho. We tired. I'm tired. It's 18 already this year alone. Go look it up. It might be more by the time I finish dropping this video. We might have more school shootings by the mass school shootings. Okay? I'm not talking about regular level. We might have more of those. And it's just like, bitch, I have PTSD already, okay? I done had guns pulled on me, and baby, I would have lost my job that day because bitches would have been like, we care about the students. Bitch, I would have been self-preservation first. Lock down my classroom, y'all better shut the fuck up, and we gonna sit our asses down. That's not the type of cause like, how do you go back to teaching after that shit? Like, oh yeah, next week. So back to the letter A. Bitch, no. Fuck no. No. And especially after the 6-year-old shot his teacher 2 times. Yeah. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Got me fucked up. But when I used to teach, my favorite part used to be actually teaching the kids. I used to be one of the bitch. First of all, I've been fine, okay? Baby, I've been fine since 96, bitch. Bitch came out the pussy fine, okay? Thank you. Fresh out the coochie. Most adorable baby on earth, bitch. Most adorable, okay? Just period. And I know y'all like, you're conceited, you think too highly of yourself, and these are all things to be true, bitch. I like me. Bitch, no, matter of fact, I don't like me, bitch. I love me. I can't get enough of me, bitch. I just, sometimes I just be so full of myself, I just be pouring out all over myself. That's how much I love me. And I know some of y'all bitches like, arrogance, bitch, and you have to feel this way about yourself. I think people who don't like themselves can't fathom themselves in the long term. But I really think that people who don't like themselves or can't stand to be with themselves or even praise themselves, I don't think that you have low self-esteem, and don't take this the wrong way. But I think you should be in love with yourself to some degree where you hype yourself up. Because we live in a world where people want to tear you down, bitch. If you fat and you trying to lose weight, motherfuckers gonna say, oh, this fat bitch only losing weight because... And you will never appease anybody. So why not, on this lifelong journey, why not make yourself happy? Why not figure out what you like? Why not figure out what you don't like? Why not figure out what you good at, what you not good at, and that you still do? Because people will sit there and tell you, people will tell you shit like, oh, happiness is in money, happiness is in this. Bitch, happiness is in self. If you don't make you happy, can't nobody make you happy. Because the person that needs to appease you most is yourself. This is why I have no problem sitting by myself. This is why I have no problem sitting in silence. This is why I have no problem waking up. This is why I have no problem thinking that I'm the shit. And even with my seasonal depression, right? When it be kicking my ass, when my depression really get real bad and the depression start kicking my ass, like sometimes I just literally sit back and I say, damn, I'm a fine ass bitch. I may be depressed today, bitch, but that's why I love tomorrow. Bitch, I look good. I taste good. Bitch, I hype myself out of my own stuff sometimes. Because, yeah, like, psychologically, I can't fucking fight it. And as much as I would like to say, I'm just fighting off this anxiety. Man, I'm just fighting off this, depression, season of depression. Man, I'm just fighting. It's like, sometimes you gotta be infatuated with yourself, and sometimes you gotta love yourself out of that shit. And sometimes loving yourself, because I'm telling you, once you get to saying, damn, I look good, I smell good, I taste good, and you start seeing how you treat yourself, you'll find you some help. And I ain't saying that I preach going to therapy. I preach going to therapy very muchly so, especially for black men. Y'all statistics are not looking like a therapist would not hurt y'all. It might challenge y'all to grow a little bit, because it challenged me to grow. Therapy challenged me to grow heavily. I ain't like it at first. I ain't gonna hold you. That bitch was calling me out for all my shit, and I was just like this. And I wanted to blame everybody else. I wanted to blame mama, daddy, sister, brother. I wanted to, they was getting on my ass, okay? But once you start to love yourself, you will get to the point where you realize that, and I put big emphasis on this, you will get to the point where you realize that, bitch, I love me. I don't give a fuck what mental illness I have, bitch. I'ma rock this shit. I'ma live in it. Cause guess what? I can't change it. I can't undo it. I can get myself out of it when it arises, cause it's gonna come up. But I don't have to stay here. What else? Like, when you love yourself, you treat yourself a certain type of way. I don't let niggas dog me out like I used to when I was younger. Cause when my self-esteem was down in the gutter, just disgusting, ain't have not a shred of self-esteem up in me, bitch. That shit used to tear me up. I used to let just niggas walk all over me. Bitch, once I found my confidence, ooh, bitch, I was mad, ho. Niggas was like, ooh, she tough. Yeah, I'm tough, ho. I'm tough now. Tough. A nigga just can't walk over me when he feel like it. A nigga just can't treat me any kind of way. A nigga can't do certain things to me anymore. And that's the same thing go with friends, family, cousins, whatever the fuck it is. You just can't treat me any kind of way. Y'all, I remember I fell out with my best friend. And I love that bitch. Cause I one day it just hit me, bro. I was like, my self-esteem ain't this bad. I know my confidence is not in a gutter like this. This bitch had the audacity to tell people about my mental illness without me telling them. This bitch was trying to use me as a case study, because I remember one day she was writing on her little thing on her paper and shit. Cause she was in the process of becoming a psychologist. She used me as her case study. I'm not gonna hold y'all. A part of me wanted to delete the whole damn thing. And save the deleted page as the shit. Because when I read it, I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, I didn't volunteer to be nobody's case study. Didn't volunteer to be nobody's case study. And I damn sure as fuck did not want to. And mind you, she was in the process of getting her psychology degree. I already went to school for psychology. I didn't graduate, but I went to school. All I needed was like 4 classes, all in all, right? 4 core classes left. And my 4 core classes were getting into, like, I would have my AA. And after I had my AA, I would have went into the whatever psychological field I wanted to. The child that I wanted, the psychology that I wanted to do was child psychology. But I said, I don't think I want to do children because it's very fragile to work with. And then I wanted to do abnormal psychology, or, you know, that study and shit like that. And then I wanted to, like, kind of see what they had in that field, because abnormal psychology would go on a whatever. Whatever. That's not the point. So I knew more than her in that field, because because when it came down to it, even though I had dropped out, I still was in school because I used to do, because I remember once I dropped out of college and I needed money, right? And when you need money, you do practically anything. And because I was good at college and I was good at, like, passing classes, people who had online classes, they would give me. So I had people's, like, login and password and shit. So I was getting, so basically I knew what she was studying or what she was talking about. So I read her paper, and I'm not gonna hold you, the bitch paper was immaculate. She had a few questionable statements in there, not about me, I ain't gonna hold you. Her thesis on me, I was like, okay, cool, right? And I was like, bitch, I know my self-esteem not that bad for a bitch, to be bullying and talking about him in this paper. But the bitch paper was like solid until she got to citing her sources and some other shit. And I was like, bitch, she cited her shit wrong. That's not a true fact. If she went to hear, they have an updated version of that. And I could tell what she had copied, like some points of like some people's studies, because that's what you can do. So some people have like studies online, and if their study, you can like kind of take it and copy it verbatim, word from word. And I was just like, this is where she copied this from, because I remember reading this article back when I had to go take this class for such and such. Yeah, I used to take people's psychology classes, you take their math classes, their reading classes, and their writing classes. A bitch was a hustler, alright? Yeah, I used to hustle. Yeah, I used to tutor people's kids. I used to tutor. Yeah, I used to have my own personal tutoring thing. All right. I can't tell y'all too much about that. But I used to tutor. I ended up tutoring this Spanish child. She only spoke Spanish. Okay. So coming in, it was already hard. So so I had to basically learn as I went along as I tutored her. And after tutoring her or whatever, she started, first I had to teach her English. Boom. Then I was able to tutor her. And then we went from there. But the same way that she was learning English, I was learning Spanish. So therefore I had to do the whole bilingual thing, y'all. When they say if they say you lose it or use it or lose it, yeah, that's the true thing. Yeah, I used to speak French, sign language. It's not hard for me to learn sign language. I have the shit, and I still have the French shit. Yeah, I do not know what happened to German. I just know I gave up on German because it was hard for me, y'all. Trying to learn German was so tough for me. I remember just sitting back, like, genuinely trying to learn German, and I was like, it wasn't hard. I think Spanish was the hardest for me, believe it or not. But German was just hard. No, it wasn't hard. I just didn't have time to. Because when I started to learn German, that's when I started to learn German, that's when I had got the job as a medical scribe, and I had to spend most of my time studying as a medical scribe. And when you studying like all day, like the last thing you want to do is like put in some cassette tape or learn the language or go to fucking Rosetta Stone or whatever the fuck bitches use. I didn't use Rosetta Stone. I actually had a German speaking person around me, and they were trilingual. They spoke German very fluent. And German, what the fuck? Is it German? I think German. Whatever the Germans speak, that's the language that's the language that I wanted to learn. And I had one of them, and they were like, you have to put me on the schedule. And by the time, child, I seen that person once a month, y'all. That shit is not fluent. You have to see them like to pick it up, y'all. I was like, huh? They was like, remember what we did last time? And I was like, nah, not really, but I do know if you have pain in your abdominal and quad 4 that this means. That was just like, it's okay. But yeah, so I learned a lot of stuff. I used to be a teacher, and I think the best part about teaching is actually teaching. Like, once you get past a child's because some kids will test your gangster. I used to be such a gangster teacher that my kids do not to fuck with me. My kids used to so y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all. When I became a teacher, I ain't never think I was gonna be one of those teachers that be like, and I said sit the fuck down. So y'all, okay, so I remember when I was teaching, real quick, on some real shit. So my job, I was teaching at an elementary school, right? So I was like an assistant teacher, some shit like that, right? And I used to have to teach the class because the main teacher didn't do their job. So basically, I was teaching the classroom. So I used to have to grade shit. Like, I used to like be hella, yeah, I was basically the teacher, right? The bitch was just fucking incompetent, and that's the only way that I could teach without, whatever. So while I was being a teacher assistant and shit like that, actually teaching the class, I had to do after school duty one day. Let me tell y'all some shit, bitch. So, mind you, the kids was upstairs and it was fighting, and it was one of the little boys about to push him down the stairs. He was like, I'll kill you right here. And all I know was I said, hey, stop that shit right now. Don't you ever say that out your mouth. What's wrong with you? He was like, the little boy looked at me. He said, everybody got quiet, right? And I said, I don't never want to hear you say you're going to kill somebody. Do you understand me? That is your friend. I said, he said, yeah, but he made me mad. I said, what happened? He was like, he stepped on my shoes and didn't say sorry. I said, did you give him a chance to say sorry? He was like, no, but he should know. I said, okay. So I said, so right now, did you know what you just said out your mouth? He was like, no, it just came out. I said, my point exactly. You didn't give anybody a chance to speak. I went into like a whole 30-second spiel, and I said, we will not do this. Not in my hallways. Yeah, I became one of those teachers, and I think this is why I like the show Abbott Elementary, because sometimes you have to get like really nitty gritty and down and dirty to get like to the shit. Because I think some of my best teaching moments came with me being completely authentic with my kids. Like, my kids used to not want to do their homework. I would say, look, I think homework is dumb as hell. They were like, yes. I was like, but it's a responsibility that you have to do it. And it's going to help you get the process a lot faster. And if it's hard, I remember they put me on after school duty. After school duty was very ghetto. Kids, double blink, bitch. Kids can be a lot, okay, especially after school. So, boom. I remember some of my kids didn't want to do their homework. Like, a lot of my kids didn't want to do their homework. And I was like, what is the problem? And why don't y'all want to do your homework? And some people was like, it's dumb. I don't get it. And I said, boom. Being a teacher, you have to be able to assess the situation and go from there. So I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, okay, really quick, let's just stop this right now. We have to solve the homework crisis. They're like, oh man, we don't want to do it, da 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 da. And I was like, look, I promise y'all I'll make homework fun. I said, how many of you don't want to do the homework because you just don't want to do it here? Because you had a bad day today. My kids raised their hand. I said, go over there, de-stress, and then come back in 15 minutes. But I'm going to need you back in 15 minutes so you can go do your homework. But make sure, because we have to have balance. Boom. The other kids, I said, raise your hand if you don't want to do your homework because you don't get it. Boom. Majority of my kids raised their hands. I said, go over there. Go sit in that corner. Boom. The rest of the kids, I said, now why don't y'all want to do your homework? It was just like, because we just hate doing homework. I said, get to doing it. And I literally said, look, I don't care what you do. Or I said, look, I care about what y'all do and how shit gets done. Homework is important for you to grasp it. And I asked him, I said, why you don't want to do your homework? I said, when you go to class, you understand the concepts? He was like, no, not all the time. I said, do me a favor. If you do your homework for 2 weeks straight, all of it, not just some of it, all of it, the reading included. And if school does not get easier for you, you don't never have to do homework again. My kids, it took them 3 days to realize that doing their homework was the kids that was like, oh man, we just don't want to do it because we just don't want to do it. Them bitches was coming up there and doing it. The ones who had a hard time comprehending shit, I literally just broke them up. Like, how many of it's math? How many of it's multiple subjects? So what I did was I collabed with some teachers who felt like it, because you have to collab with a teacher who actually likes the kids. And I was like, okay, cool. Some of the kids are having a hard time grasping this, and I can't really do all these things. Baby, I used to have like the library and stuff for my kids, all of this shit. The ones who had a bad day, bitch, they knew they had 15 minutes. They came over there, they did the homework. After the homework, bitch, you can go outside and have fun. We've had respect in my classrooms and shit like that. And I genuinely miss that part of teaching. I do not miss being critiqued by fucking parents about how I discipline their kids, because quite frankly, I don't yell at the kids. I don't put my hands on the kids, and quite frankly, I give them choice, okay? I may sit there and I talk, have full-blown conversations with the kids, shit like that. I build connections. A lot of them feel like, okay, well, I feel like I don't raise my voice up with the kids. Like, bitch, it's one good double blink and my kids know what's up. And I think that was like the best part, because like for me, growing up, I always wanted to be like that cool ass teacher. I wanted to be like, oh yeah, like bitch, two double blinks, bitch. So I literally used to just double blink. I used to be like this. And my kids just knew, like, shit, gotta get shit together, because if not, it's gonna be a problem. And that shit used to, like, really bring joy, because, like, it's just nice. Like I remember I taught my kids sign language, and they were 2 year olds, by the way, 2 year olds. I taught my kids sign language, so we used to be like hi. So my kids used to be like hi man, and they do whatever, sign their name out. They're like and sign their name out, right? And then they be like, I remember one day my kids made me so happy, right? So my kids had got into a fight. And I know you're like, how could that make you happy? They were signing with each other the whole time. So one was sitting back, one was like this. He said, I don't like you. He's like, I don't like you now, right? And the other one, I know I signed that wrong, but like they were like literally just signing back and forth. He was like this. And so I go there waiting for them to respond back to each other just like this. I was like, look at my little people. And their parents hated me at first, which sucks because they were like, oh, you're just cute. You don't know how to teach. You're just so young. Y'all, the fact that my kids knew sign language and they were like, I had one parent say, I don't know what this is that my child does, but they keep on going like this. I said, that's for cup. I'm so sorry. I said, did you not do your homework with your child? And they go, well, I'm not the one that they do homework with. And I'm like, well, I'm teaching the kids sign language. And I promise you, their face went from, we don't like her, to she's a hide in our book. And when the parents actually did get on my program, they were like, oh my gosh, we genuinely love you. Thank you so much for picking the kids. But bitch, being them bitches wanted me fired. The mamas ain't like me. They used to come back to school. I was like, bitch, I don't want your man. He has a child. I don't even want to have kids. Like, this is the closest I'm going to have to kids. It's giving childless. It's giving motherless. It's giving nobody's mother. I love the kids, but I just don't want to have kids. I feel like that's not my ministry. I feel like y'all can push them out and I'll teach them if you want me to and tutor them. But that's not my ministry. I don't think it'll be. I don't want it to be my ministry. I don't want to have kids. My partner wants to have kids. I think if me and my partner get married and we hit like the my partner said, what did my partner say? My partner said something about once he gets a certain age, if he doesn't have kids, he said fuck it. But for me, myself, and I know my partner's probably gonna want kids. But if we get married before that time, I think I might give him one. Just one. Or maybe two. You know what I mean? Because twins run in a family. Or they run in my family. Yes, they do. And I think this would be the time. Oh my gosh. I genuinely think, I really feel this in my heart. I feel like I genuinely do not want to have kids. I do not want to have kids. I don't want to have kids. But I think if I give my partner kids, I think the first time I get pregnant, I think I'm going to be pregnant with twins. I really feel like I'm going to have twins. But no, for real, like my partner has like my partner's like, man, when I get this age, I don't think I want no kids if I ain't got money. But it'll be so fucked up if when he does turn that age, like a year later, I feel like that's gonna happen. I feel like it's gonna happen. And he gonna be like this. It's your fault. But no, that's not my ministry. Like, birth giving is not my ministry. Currently, it's not a ministry that I want to be in. I don't think I would ever want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Probably for my partner, maybe. But, for me, no. But birth giving, like, actually, like, that whole, like, I think my face will, you know how people like, oh, it's your fault, you did this to me. I already have a low tolerance for pain. I think I would pass out or some shit and die. I don't know. Like, it would just, I think they would have to cut me open. Like, put me under, cut me open, cause bitch, I think I would just like die. Like, just thinking about ooh, child, don't let me not do that to myself. I'm just putting childbirth trauma on me. I ain't even got no damn kids. Honestly, I got a thingy. I got a list of shit I want to talk about, but I'm about to leave. Gosh, Lee. That hit back. It's like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? So y'all, I have some shit to do today, and I am very, very much, very muchly excited about this whole thing I got going on. And your girl is a little three excited. I want to say your girl is highly excited, okay? And I gotta get to that. But before I get to that, I do want to talk about something. It is in the like random pile like of note shit that I have. So that's what we're gonna go do. Take one more hit, and then we're gonna talk about whatever. This is why I'm a weirdo. And this is why my friends love me, because I'm a weirdo and I do like stupid shit sometimes, but I don't think stupid shit correlates on the camera very well. Oh well. But yeah, so since I have some shit that I want to do, this is what we're gonna do. And I'm just gonna be one topic. Some of these shits are quotes, some of these shits came to a point. And we're gonna get ready for WrestleMania, because bitch, I'm here for it. Will Cody Rhodes be the new champ? I hope the fuck not. Because I just love a good villain. I just love a good villain in his villain era. Okay? I just love a good villain. Or I can't sing, but bitch, I just love a good villain. So yeah. Alright, let's go. Love and happiness. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be the this is going into the next podcast. Love and happiness. I say it. Love you. Yeah. Anyways, love will make you do wrong. Hey Google, play Love and Happiness by Al Green.
Love and Happiness by Al Green. Sure. Playing on Apple Music.